what's up my peoples, Go here, the freaking geek himself, and welcome to the Just Transform It video for Planet X, Cacus, or Caucus, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. But without further ado, let's just transform it. So, to get him into Dino mode, we're going to start with the arms. So to do that, we're going to just open up this panel here, rotate the hand so it's palm facing up, and just bring the hand in, close that up, and then bring the dino foot up. You can bring this claw down as well. There you go. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Just open this up, rotate, and flip the hand in, close that up, bring that up. Bring the little claw down. You also want to rotate the shoulders down. So just grab a hold and just bring them down. And just kind of use all these ratchets here to help you. And shift the shoulders down like that. So you can see where it ends up. And same thing on the other side. Just bring this down. Like that. So now you have the shoulders drop down. Now once you've done that, I'm going to come back here to the backpack section. All of this will come unpegged like that. And then we are going to come up here, flip these little sections down. Flip these sections down. You can bring the dino head up, untab it from the back here. You want to flip out this little red section. So you're just going to bring all of this up and over. You can bring his little horns down if you want to. And just get everything situated here. Bring this forward, and you have these two posts that will plug in between here as well. So just get everything lined up the way you need it to. There you go, get that all together, and then you have two tabs that will go into the chest right here, and you just kind of give it a push, and that will tab in like that. Get the little dino arms out of the way for now. And that was the easy part. Now for the more difficult part, we'll be getting the legs and everything in place. First you want to take this butt plate here, just bring that up, just get that up and out of the way for now. So now for the legs, I'm going to come down here. So what's going to happen is, let's bring the dino legs up as well. This helps just to get things out of your way. And this piece always falls off because the mushroom peg is just loose on this side. And up. Okay. So what's going to happen here for the legs is we're going to open up this panel here, and then we can open up all of this right here. This panel is going to flip in, this panel is going to flip in, and then this section here will come down. These little panels you will fold out like that. You can flip the foot up into the leg like so. You want to untab the knee from the thigh, just give it a little pull, that'll untab, and that will allow you to take the tail and swing this to the outside. I'll just sit there like that, out of the way, and keep it like that for now. So now what you're going to do is you're going to bend up the leg at this ratchet joint here. So you want to bring this up as far as it'll go. This is a very tight joint. Another thing you want to do also is you want to take this bottom section here. It's on a hinge. Just angle that up. That will allow you to open the leg up like that. So again, we're just ratcheting this up again as far as it will go. So it's sitting like that. And then you're going to just rotate all of this up. Those legs are going to be in your way, but it's just, it is what it is. Just kind of get everything up and situated and everything. Oh, another thing you want to do here take this section, flip this in. You want that sitting in there like that. And also, oops, I'm forgetting to do everything. This panel also, flip that in. There we go. So now, bring all this up, and all of this will locate itself here. Once you do that, you're just going to get this panel flipped in. There's very little clearance here. Just be aware of that. Try to get it past the legs. And just try to get everything closed up here. There you go. Once you have it in the right place, that should close up like that. You want to make sure that the hip itself is sitting down. Like that, because you're going to need it to be in the perfect place later. Take this, flip that down, the little knee spike here, the tail, you can just leave where it is. We can worry about that later. And what's going to end up happening here is you have a tab that's going to go into the slot right in here. If everything just right, that should sit right there like that. So you have one leg all done. Second verse is just like the first. So open up this panel, open up all of this, and then flip this in, flip that in, bring that out. Bring these out, bring in the toes, and untab the knee so you can swing the tail out and around, and make sure that this tab gets flipped in, make sure all this gets flipped in, and just sits flat in there like that, and angle this bottom section of the leg up so you can open this up. And again, I'm just going to bring all this up. This ratchet's very tight. There we go. That's sitting up. And again, you're just going to rotate all of this up and under. Again, everything's going to be in your way. There's not a lot of clearance here with this figure. But just get everything just situated as best you can. Things are falling apart. I don't even know where that came from. What was that? I don't even know what this was. We'll figure it out later. Get this up and around. And again, try to get your clearance where you can. There we go. Okay. There we go. And bring that in. There you go. Okay. So now that we've done all that, get everything pegged together. That. You can do the tail now. Just unpeg the tail. There are just tabs and ports here. Tabs and posts and ports here for posts and ports there. Just undo all of this and just bring it in on those hinges. You can just tap the tail together like so. And there we go. So again, we have these tabs here are going to go into these slots right up here. So one thing we need to do is bring that up. We want to bring up this little section here. And that's essentially just going to brace this section here. You can see there's a post for it in there. So bring that up. If you have everything just right, this should, once you shift these sections out to the side, is that this section should sit underneath these two tabs here, underneath these lips. So just get that sitting right under there, and everything should sit just right like that. So once you've done that, you can bring these up. Bring these up. There's some other things we need to secure here first. You want to take these little side sections here, and there's a little tab that these will go into. So just going to pull this out and get this situated. Which again, not easy to do because there's a lot of stuff in your way. There we go. Get that side tabbed in. And again, just get that side tabbed in. Like that. And once you do that, then all of this should come down. Of course, I'll just kind of just move that out of my way now. Get that fed under like it's supposed to. Again, this is not an easy transformation because a lot of things just end up being in your way and clearance is at a bare minimum. But you should be able to get things just kind of popped in. There we go. So once you do that, you got these panels that'll just tab in right here on either side. Like that. And then you can close these panels up right here on the back. And everything should be sitting nice and flush. Which it pretty much is. Tail situated. And the last thing we're doing is getting the legs done here. So we got these pieces here, which are on a double hinge. It helps if you just kind of rotate the leg. Help you kind of pop it up a little bit. And then you just shift this up. It'll tab in up there. And then you can rotate the leg the rest of the way around so those toes are facing forward. And same thing on the other side. Just rotate that around. Again, helps if you just do that. Just kind of pops it up for you. Bring it up. And then rotate the leg the rest of the way around. And there we go. That's the point of getting him standing. Which can be a bit of a chore also because he's not super stable. Get his little claws out. And there we go. There we have Grimlock in his Dino mode. Now to get him back into robot mode, first thing we can do is just turn the legs around and bring these shoulder pads back down so they won't be in our way, even though they'll still be in our way, but they'll be less in our way. Rotate that around and just shift this down like so. We can start here by just splitting the tail like that and just kind of crack his whole backside open here. You come in here and just lift these panels up. You just get under here, just kind of undo these panels. You can undo all this, just kind of collapse this down. Do that, collapse that panel down. Just kind of get these things out of the way as best you can. Again, just kind of bring these legs up. Get them out of the way as best as you can. Undo these little side tabs here. We'll further free up the legs. And once you get everything as split as you can, just kind of crack them open. And then just try to open everything up. So again, you want to angle this piece up so you can open all this up, and this is not easy to do once everything's in position, but try to get this section just kind of angled up so you can kind of free up this hinge here. you can kind of get this open, and hopefully everything will just kind of swing out the way you need it to. Again, clearance is at a bare minimum with this guy. There we go. Swing all that open, and just rotate this out. And now you're just straightening out this ratchet here. And you want to bring all this out until this panel here, this section here with the tab on it, is sitting flush with the rest of the leg. So you want it right there sitting like that. So once you've done that, we can just kind of close this up. And then just bring this bottom section back down to straighten all that out. Flip this out, straighten this out. We can bring out the toe. Flip out this panel here. You want to fold up the tail, just bring this section of the tail up. And again, you have a post and a port. You have a post and a port. So just line that up and just secure the tail like that. Then you want to just swing all this around. Bring up that little knee pad first. Swing all this around. And get that into place. Go. Bring this panel up. Unfold. Unfold. And close all this up. There are tabs here. And slots, and then that will tab in right to the slot here, like so. And then you just bring the knee up, and it'll just tab itself right there into that tab right there. And there you have a leg all done. Second verse, of course, is just like the first. So now you have a little bit more room to operate. Because you can swing this leg out. So open this up, and again, you want to angle this section up. Get all this cleared out. It's a lot easier to do when you don't have the other leg there in the way. Flip all this up. Straighten out this leg. Again, you want to straighten out that ratchet so that panel is sitting flush right there. Then you can just kind of close this up so you can angle this back down. Flip out this panel. Flip that out. Straighten this up. Flip out his toes. His big toes. Come here. Rotate this up. Put some ports to secure that into place. Flip out the knee pad. Again, unfold. And unfold. And just swing the tail down and around. It's sitting in there. Close that up. Get that in there as well. Tab that into place. And then tab that into place. Right there. And then just bring the knee up. And that'll just tab itself right in there. And there you have his legs all done. Get him standing here. There we go. So moving on up. 22, just bring this down. This post, if it hasn't done it for you, just bring this down. All this will just collapse in, and collapse down to make his butt plates. And you got that done. Now we'll work on the upper body now. So just bring these arms down, again, to get things out of the way. You want to untab this section here. You can push on this to try to untab it. It doesn't really work too well because it does tab in very securely, so you might need a tool, like a spudger or something, just to kind of get things right apart there. Because this is quite stiff. There we go. Once you have all that undone, just bring all this out, open it up. Section here will flip up. This section here will flip up like that. I have other pieces falling off of him. His still battery compartment fell out of his head. That's okay. That's not important right now. So this little red section here, flip that in. The Dino neck itself, there are 2 tabs for these 2 slots right here. So just have that in to secure it. Like so. You can collapse the Dino arms if you want to, or have them positioned however you wish. I like to fold them up, just tuck them back here. And all of this will just come down and peg into his back, like so. You can bring up his little horns here. And the last thing we're going to do is just work on his arms. So again, you want to shift these shoulders up. And just use all those joints there. Get everything working for you. Like that. Same with the other one. Bring all that up. There we go. Lots of tight ratchets on this guy. So once that is done, last thing we need to do, just flip out the hands. So you can open this up, bring the Dino foot down. Usually it'll bring out the hand with it. Rotate it, close it back up. This little claw you just bring back against the forearm. There you go. Same thing on the other side. Just open that up, bring that down. Hopefully it'll bring the hand out with you. If not, then you may have to use a tool just to pry it out. Bring that down. Close that up. Bring that little claw back. Like so. And there you go. There you have Planet X Cacus or Cacus. Planet X Grimlock back in his robot mode.